I'm very happy today to introduce you to a topic that people at Coinex and Peak and Block Magazine call what is the next Web3 thing, which is the biggest thing that's happening in Web3, called DePin. DePin is decentralized physical infrastructure networks. This is a concept that allows decentralization to happen to its greatest scale. We will go today through the presentation, and by the way, tonight they're hosting a party which I would love to attend with people in the crowd and discuss details. So let's not wait for long and delve into what's coming up. And the clicker is, have to see, there you go. So we have different names that came up and different trends that came up in the past couple of years. One is MachineFi, which was brought up with Cointex by Iotex in November 2021. It's like the Web3 economy of machines. Then we have, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, it's Papa or something like that. It was introduced in April 22, and it's referring to infrastructure incentives for participants in ecosystem for like wireless and things like that. Then there's another type of name, buzzword DePin, which surfaced last year, July 2022. And then EdgeFi was another thing that came up. So everybody calls it differently. But Messari made a pool and asked everybody, like, what should we call this technology, or what is it? And that's what we have lately. It's called DePin. DePin, it's a way of, and what is DePin? It's a way of having physical networks connected together and having a layer in between the blockchain and a middleware layer between the blockchain and the physical devices that together work in a trustless way and provide a service for all participants in the ecosystem and empower users in the ecosystem to take the roles of running such devices. It's using off-chain compute and it's using incentivization. What are the benefits? The benefits is scalability at a quick pace. You can grow this ecosystem really, really fast because anyone that takes a piece of and a role in the ecosystem can do it really quick. And if the ecosystem is built right, then everybody benefits. It's of course very appealing to local market needs. So imagine communities can discuss and figure out what's best for their local market, and then they can decide to use the ecosystem in such a way that benefits them. It's very cost effective. The reason is because operational costs in general are spread around a lot of people that take a bit of their time to work with this. As soon as you try to build like a monster in the middle with a huge data center or you need to spend a lot of operational costs. So this is the advantage of it. Of course, it's scaled across all jurisdictions. It could be regionally go from one to another seamlessly in a permissionless way. Of course, the network, it's neutral to the ecosystem, it's open, and then you got users that own their information, they own their data, they own their keys, they own part of the network. Of course, we know DeFi, micropayments, frictionless micropayments, which can be transforming from one token to another to provide the service that the customers need. So how does it scale the blockchain? So we have a blockchain layer, which we know. We have like the first layer, we have the second layer, which is a bit faster, but still we cannot like process real word like in a real-time way applications that's been happening outside the blockchain space. But there is a hope, let's put it this way, with DePin, because we already, and there's several projects there, they already decentralized the storage. So the storage now, it's fast, it's decentralized, and few projects do that. Then another point is, and that's what we're working on, it's securing this data, protecting it, and encrypting it. Because it's the only way you can use a spread ecosystem while maintaining intellectual property and things that businesses and private people want. Then, of course, peer-to-peer economies, it's something that everybody is looking into. Here is a map that Messari drew about DePin. This map includes different areas. They have CDN, VPN, storage networks, wireless, Wi-Fi, sensor networks, compute networks. We took the liberty to add Ethernity CLOUD where it belongs in the compute networks. What does Ethernity CLOUD do, and how does it do it? It's important for everyone to know that we look at data security as the most important thing as a company, and we take that as the main idea and main mission of Ethernity CLOUD. That's why we build the ecosystem around this idea. And in this ecosystem, we have developers, operators, we have stakers, we have end user, customer, clients, and all of them work together and get benefits and incentives to tokenization to scale the next big unicorn, which I hope is going to happen, if you allow me. What I can tell you so far, where is the timer? I am not sure where. 7. Okay, so I got plenty of time. Okay, all right. So in this diagram, I would like to go into each section and explain a bit what each section, each role plays. The clients, of course, they are receiving confidential computing services, which means their data is protected during the time, not of transfer and storage, but also during the time of processing. This is very important for the customers to be able to maintain their ownership of their information without disclosing the content of it. And of course, they are the end users, they spend the tokens. The developers build applications tailored for these customers. They use smart contract functions we developed and the middleware which we have developed together with our partners to be able to take and program how this data is being transformed and then publish a dApp with the additional modules which allows the users to trust the whole ecosystem. And we recommend all the developers to open source their code and their binaries, but it's up to them and the customers that trust them. Then, of course, we have stakeholders. Stakeholders work together with node operators. How we did this ecosystem is that the node operators earn from running tasks together with the developers and the stakers. They all earn from running apps, and they earn the most chunk. They're mostly incentivized, the most incentivized on our network to run operations. They use their hardware similarly to mining, but they're just running tasks. Their tasks are running only once, but with the proof of execution concept, these tasks don't have to run multiple times like on a Ethereum or like a blockchain network, but the proof is saved on the network, so it ensures the integrity of this ecosystem. Then stakeholders basically sponsor these operators, and they do a agreement on a fee that's shared between the two. A percentage. The point is stakeholders always look for places to grow really fast, and operators are usually focused on building the hardware. So, of course, somebody could be a staker and operator at the same time, but we decided to put the two roles because usually they have two different interests. Altogether, it's an ecosystem that revolutionizes how cloud compute is happening today. It's making it wide, inclusive for everybody to start using right away and become a service provider. Similarly, it could be anyone, similar to you and me, like anyone can do this. There's no, I don't see any limit in the ecosystem, and we're hoping to have this grow as fast as possible. Our ecosystem and the mainnet will be launched soon. We're targeting middle of July. And hopefully, everybody that's seeing this reach back to us. We have a very, very nice team of developers and contributors that would love to talk to you and build on top of this ecosystem. Well, I still got some time left, but I guess I'll leave it for the speakers coming after me. And yeah, thank you very much.